Should you stay or should you go? Let's take a look at whether or not you should stay in your relationship or move on. Should you stay or should you go? You have the Knight of Cups. Should you stay or should you go? Ooh, that was the Six of Wands. It flew out of the deck, but it's in the reverse. Should you stay or should you go? Everything is fine. The Six of Wands in the reverse represents defeat. So yes, you are feeling defeated about this relationship, but it looks like with the Knight of Cups, your significant other will be extending their cup of love to you in order to make amends. And lastly, you have everything is fine, which pretty much confirms that you may want to stay in this relationship to see where things go. Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome in. Welcome to your tarot reading. I hope you're doing well, feeling safe, and feeling blessed because you are. This is the Love Seer. As you saw at the beginning of the reading, we did a quick preview on my TikTok, the Love Seer. And I just want us to do a complete tarot reading. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to clarify each card. First, you had the Knight of Cups, okay? The Knight of Cups is pretty much someone who is apologetic, someone who is extending their cup of love to give you an apology. Oftentimes, the Knight of Cups is very genuine. This is someone who is using, I would say, like a heartfelt kind of approach. But let's just go ahead and shuffle some more. Let's look some more into this. Yeah, there was a fight. The Five of Wands is here. Clarify the Knight of Cups. That's all right. Disagreements happen in relationships. You have the Eight of Wands. What's important is conflict resolution, okay? The Hangman. Clarify the Knight of Cups. I see that your person is pretty much over the fight. They're not holding anything against you, at least not anymore. Yeah, this person has moved on from what happened, and they are going to extend an apology to you. In clarity of the Knight of Cups, you have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is representing conflict, chaos, drama, competition. You got to be careful with that wand in tarot, just because the wand represents passion, but what kind of passion? In this case, it's representing, frustration, anger, maybe even rage. The Eight of Wands, that's that back and forth communication between the two of you. So there was definitely an argument. But I can honestly say that your person has let this go, okay? The Hangman is all about releasing, surrendering, and letting go. They're over it. And they are very upset, actually. It looks like there's some sadness here because the two of you are not seeing eye to eye anymore. The Five of Pentacles represents coldness and distance between two people, okay? So when the Five of Pentacles shows up like this in a love reading, it tells me that there was some kind of breakup or temporary separation. It represents feeling left out in the cold. This relationship is currently facing challenges, which is why your person is approaching you, okay, as the Knight of Cups, and they are extending their cup of love in hopes to make amends with you. And I do feel like they are being sincere. All right. Let's look at the Six of Wands in the reverse. Clarify the Six of Wands in the reverse. The Six of Wands in the upright represents victory, but in the reverse, it's representing defeat. This is showing your feeling about this relationship currently. You're feeling defeated. Yeah, Four of Cups is dissatisfaction. I totally get it. The Hierophant is here. Why the Hierophant? Let's go ahead and clarify it. The Hierophant is such a symbolic card. It typically represents commitments, like someone who really honors their role, duties, and obligations. In clarity of the Hierophant, we have the King of Wands. Okay. So the reason why you're very disappointed about this is because you think very highly of your, your lover. There is, it's almost like you you looked up to them. You saw them as someone who's honorable. And this does make sense because the Hierophant is an honorable person. You know, even if you look at the illustration, you see the Hierophant sitting on their throne, and these two people down here are like looking up to the Hierophant. The Hierophant could even represent a leader, a teacher, someone who's very inspirational, someone who has, you know, touched your life in some way, shape, or form. They've left a mark on you. The King of Wands, though, you know, you went from looking at this person with such high honors to now looking at them as the King of Wands, someone who you are, you know, at war with. Okay, that this King of Wands is a warrior king. You would actually find him on the battleground. So the King of Wands is you know, it's defense. You're seeing your lover as someone who you're at a, you know, in a battle with, pretty much, which is, it's sad, okay? Because you used to see them as someone who's just so honorable, right? You used to look up to this person. You used to think so highly of them. And I'm telling you, they're coming back to you as the Knight of Cups to apologize, to reconcile with you. But going back to the Six of Wands in the reverse, you have the Hermit. And the Hermit is all about self-reflection. It's when you retreat in order to have time to reflect. And that's just what has happened. You have retreated from this person and you've done a lot of self-reflection. And you're just discontent. That's what the Four of Cups is representing. You're not happy with how things are going between the two of you. But I feel like at the core of your heart, you still find this person to be incredible. You still look up to them in some way, shape, or form. And you're still honoring this connection, hoping that they will do the right thing. Let's go ahead and look at Everything is Fine. I love seeing this card. Everything is fine. As much as this woman has been betrayed, you know, there's 10 swords to her back. Everything is fine, which means it isn't as bad as it seems. I know in the heat of the moment, it feels like it's the end of the world and there's so much tension, but it really isn't that bad. This too shall pass is what I always say. Clarify, everything is fine. The Temperance is in the reverse. Everything is fine. You have the Four of Swords. You're just the kind of person who doesn't like conflict. So whenever there is a disagreement, you take it very seriously, which you should because you care about this person. In clarity of Everything is Fine, you have the Temperance in the reverse. I don't like seeing the Temperance in the reverse because in the upright, it represents peace and harmony. In the reverse, it's representing a lack of peace. It's also saying that the two of you are not in alignment with each other, okay? In clarity of Everything is Fine, you also have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is representing some form of anxiety. It's like when you overthink and end up complicating something that isn't supposed to be complicated. And then you have the Devil, okay? I feel like this is the energy of your lover. They don't feel like this is the end because they're coming back to you to recover the relationship. I do feel like your lover didn't mean to hurt you. They did something here that did hurt you, but they didn't mean to. The reason why I say that is because the Devil card can sometimes represent toxicity. There may be some kind of toxic behavior that your lover displayed to you, which is what caused this disagreement. And they are acknowledging that. As a matter of fact, I feel like your lover is a bit ashamed with the Four of Swords. Like they just can't believe that they did that or showed you that side to them. Everyone does have their flaws. What I say is, as long as your lover acknowledges they're wrong and they put in the effort to make improvements, you know, forgive them. You know, forgive them if you see genuine effort to improve their character. But yeah, the Devil card, it is representing some kind of unhealthy behavior. Like it can represent obsessions, addictions, control issues. And we can even look some more. We can look deeper into your lover to really understand the depths of them. So what's going on with your lover? You have the Ace of Wands. I want to do that again. I don't feel like I shuffled good. Let me shuffle a bit better. What's going on with your lover? Ace of Cups. Aw. That is true love. Yeah, Two of Cups. I see what's going on here. I don't think your person is used to people like you. Like, they're not used to... You're showing up on the back of the deck, by the way, as the Empress. You are one heck of a person, right? The Empress is a feminine energy, but whether you're man or woman, you can embody the energy of the Empress. By the way, in tarot, the cards represents energies, and whether you're man or woman, we all carry both masculine and feminine energies, by the way, so don't let that throw you off. But you, the main character, you're showing up as the Empress. The Empress is someone who's very healthy. Like the Empress will give herself, and I'm saying her because it's the Empress, but you know what I mean. This is your feminine energy, okay? The Empress is someone who gives themselves a healthy lifestyle. The Empress is someone who's abundant, fertile, fruitful, very valuable. I would actually say the Empress is one of the most valuable people in the deck. Very powerful feminine energy. But there's also a sense of maturity to this Empress. You see, you are the kind of person who is emotionally mature. You take good care of yourself. You are healthy for the most part, especially mentally. And I don't feel like your person is used to that. I feel like your person is used to dealing with toxic individuals, which ironically, they've picked up on those toxic behavior from the toxic people that they dealt with in the past. So for example, if your person had a toxic ex, they definitely picked up on some of that toxicity from their ex, and now they are displaying it to you. It's a behavioral problem. Your person isn't used to peace. They're used to conflict because they're not used to dating someone who is as well put together as you are. You are a breath of fresh air for this person. You represent a brand new beginning in love, which is actually what the Ace of Cups represents. New beginnings in love. You are a brand new beginning in love for this person, right? You like I guess what I'm trying to say is you are this person's opportunity for true love. And they need to be careful to not ruin this opportunity, like sabotage a good thing. This is an individual who must unlearn, okay? They must unlearn those negative behavior that they learn from the people in their past. But there's so much more that you should know about this person in order to understand them. I'm not saying that you should agree with them, but what I'm saying is sometimes understanding people helps you, it helps you learn how to navigate them. Looking here at the Ace of Wands is representing a passionate new beginning. So this person needs to learn to temperance themselves, okay? I feel like sometimes your person carries very strong desires that can turn them a bit reckless. Again, that's just the toxicity that they're used to. Like, for example, they're not used to talking things out. So then it ends up coming off as if they want to fight with you, or as if they're angry with you. Their communication skills may not be the best. But I definitely want you to follow me in part 2. We're going to do an extended reading where we're going to dive deeper. I'm going to clarify all 3 cards that came out when I asked what more you should know about the person who you're in this romantic connection with, right? Let's uncover them. Let's get to the depths of this person's heart so that you can truly understand where they are coming from. If you're interested in watching part 2, I will put that link in the description box. Thank you all. Take care, my beautiful people. Many blessings to you, and see you in part 2.